Welcome to Tai Chi. Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at our waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. The same way you go down is the same way you go up. So you're touching going downwards, touching while you're going up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight. Kick your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3. Shift your weight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman. Opening up your stand, parallel feet, choose one side. Cross and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift your weight, sit on that side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Golden cockerel, okay? Golden cockerel stands on the right and then on the left, using good Tai Chi posture, dropping those shoulders, middle finger to the side seam of your pants, hollowing out your chest, tucking your butt under, opening up your span because there is going to be movement. Relax knees, head straight up, concentrating 2 inches below your navel in your dantian, tongue on your palate. Here we go. Shift weight. Last set. (50-50), kicking out with our right. Shift weight to the left, right hand on the outside, right foot coming up, kick out in line. The opposite, left, left. Last set. Okay, so right away we can use the tape on the floor, okay? So I can use it, you can use it. Visually use it, I use it physically. So, just to explain, I have a cross section right here. There are two lines, one bisecting the other. I put my foot, doesn't have to be on the, let's say on the line for you folks, and then the T is the cross section, the bisecting line. Actually, this tape, I would move it out. The L stance should come out and to the side on a new line or a new block. So that means it cannot come here, it cannot come here, it has to come out here. But that's too far for me. So I'm going to modify that, okay? And I'm going to come out here. But it's still on its new block, not in the same blocks that you set your feet up for the T. So here again, saying it in another way. When we're on a T stance and our stem of the capital letter T is bisecting the firm foot or the right or back foot, when we take an L stance, I should be heading out to my blue tape, which is here. Then I check to say, is my foot now, once I put it down, is it parallel to the line of the floor? And is it using its own block, not the block that it was once on? Then I'm allowed to then shift my weight from my back foot. Energy comes across and then down on a bow stance. Okay? So right now, I'm going to see how much you absorbed. You show me where your imaginary blue tape is by putting your heel on an L stance and I'll set you up. I'll set you up on a T, and you know that you have to come out and to the side, way out to the side. Not this way, but on its own block. But not so wide that you're stretched out, all right? And then you're gonna hold your stance, and I'm gonna just take a real fast look, okay? Energy stored on the right, take an L stance, and then take a bow stance, and then I can still check you, okay? And I see right away, although my angle may be a little bit off, that you can do it a little further. So keep that stance, drag that front foot back, and ask yourself, do you have a gap such as what I have? And then if not, then you're going to have to take that out and to the side a little bit more. One more time. T stance, place your L, your heel, away from the line in a new block, turn your hips and waist, flatten down, and ask yourself now, if you drag your foot back, is there that gap that I want? And okay, warming up. On a T stance, holding your ball, root down. Out on an L, move that ball, part the wild horse's mane, stretch. Sit back, sit down, pivot, firm down, T, out into the side, L, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, ball and T, L and ball, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, firm down, hold the ball on a T, out on an L, move that ball, part the wild horse's mane. Now drag your foot back. Drag your foot back. And you determine whether you have enough of a span. Okay, and then let's adjust. 2 more sets. T, L, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, firm down, T, ball, L, ball. Here it is. Flip the hand, join it. Last week's lesson, sit back, sit down, pivot, 12 o'clock, stem and cup. What are you going to do to get out to the 9 o'clock? You're going to pivot on your heel to go to the 9 o'clock. 2 things happen. Flip the hands, close the feet. Middle or cup, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Flip the hands, open the feet. 12 o'clock, stem and cup. 9 o'clock, only flip the hands. 10, 11, 12, stem and cup. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 2 things happen. Flip the hands, close the feet. 12 o'clock, middle or cup. 11, 10, 9 o'clock, flip the hands, open the feet. 12 o'clock, cup. We want to get out of cloud hands, so we only flip the hands. We shift our weight to the left, and we become a golden cockerel. Down, center, up, golden cockerel. Let's finish it off. Down, center, right hand, right foot coming up, kick out in line. In, down, shift weight, left foot, left hand, out, in, down. Maybe today's lesson and maybe not. Holding your ball on a T stance, out on an L, use your forearm to push your opponent away. Turn your hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Pull down, pull back, look back. Turn, square, then contact in the center of your body, good push out. Roll back, make yourself small, and then spiral forward. Sit down, sit back. What you do on one side, you must do on the other, holding a ball on a T, out on an L. Push your opponent away. Turn your hips and waist. Drag down the bird's tail. As you look back, turn, square, contact, push, separate and roll back. Make yourself small and spiral forward. Sit down, sit back, pivot, open pivot, in pivot, off the ground, right hand on the inside of the cross as you embrace the tiger, rotate on your wrists, push out one more time, Drop your shoulders, flex your knees, hands go for the ride as you now close your form. Okay, so now you can see the different puzzle pieces fitting in to make our whole, which means now we've covered more than about 3/4 of our movements. And each one has its place, okay? Each one has its place. All right, let's still warm up. Let's do our multitask, okay? On a T, parallel higher. We're gonna do this motion. Out on an L, move the hands, turn the hips and waist, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, parallel higher on a T, ear, heel, hand, turn the hips and waist, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, parallel higher on a T, ear, heel, hand, turn the hips and waist, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, parallel higher on a T, ear, heel, hand, turn the hips and waist, brush your knee. Sit down, sit back, hold your ball on a T stance. Okay, now we're ready for all of Yang Ten form, and then we're gonna go back into reviewing cloud hands and maybe brush knee, okay? All right. Good Tai Chi posture. Dropping those shoulders, middle finger to the side seam, tucking your butt, hollowing out your chest, head straight up, chin slightly down, tongue on your palate. Commencing form. You're at 50-50, slowly drain the weight off of your left foot as your heel comes up, 60, 70, 80, 90, off the ground, open, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, even distribution. Hands rotate to the middle of the thighs, take a deep breath in as you elevate. Both hands at shoulder level, push down, make yourself small. Hands go for the ride. Center the front hand, back hand rises up higher, opens both to the ceiling. Glancing at it as you bring it closer to the ear area, turning your neck, meeting in the center as you repulse the monkey. Center the front hand, look at the back hand that's higher, bringing it to the ear, turning your face, meeting in the middle, sliding forward, sliding back. T stance, parallel and higher. Ear, L stance, turn the hips and waist, brush knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, parallel higher on a T, ear, heel, hand, turn the hips and waist, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball on a T stance. We're going to part the wild horse's mane. Out on an L, here it is. Sit back, sit down, pivot, firm down, T and ball, L and ball, bow stance. Flip the forward hand and join it, then sit back, sit down. You're at 12 o'clock. You have a stem and a cup. We want to get out to the 9. We pivot on the heel of our left foot as our hands go for the ride. 9 o'clock, 2 things happen. Flip the hands, close the feet. 12 o'clock, stem and cup. 1, 2, 3, flip the hands, open the feet. Middle or cup. 10 or 9, only flip the hands because we need to go the other way. Stem and cup, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, flip the hands, close the feet. 12 o'clock, stem and cup. 9 o'clock, flip the hands, open the feet. Middle or cup at 12. 3 o'clock, only flip the hands. Shift your weight to the left, up, golden cockerel. Down, center, up, golden cockerel. Down, center right hand outside, right foot, kick out. Down, center, left hand outside, left foot up, kick out. Holding our ball on a T stance, we're going to ward off. Out on an L, push your opponent away by using the forearm. Turn your hips and waist, Set up your hands to grasp the bird's tail, almost palm to palm. Turn square contact, push at the middle of your body to roll back and spiral forward. Sit down, sit back, pivot, center, hold your ball on a T stance, out on an L, ward off, push them away. Turn your hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail, pull down, pull back, look back. Turn, square, then contact, push, separate and roll back, spiral forward. Sit down, sit back, pivot, open pivot, in pivot, tuck the right hand inside of the cross as you come up, as you embrace the tiger, rotate, push out with the left hand, separate, drop your shoulders. What happens when you drop your shoulders and flex your knees? The hands go for the right. Okay? So giving thank you. And you'll be that way. Promise, okay? You know, it seems like a lot of hard work, which it is, to learn it, but the payoff and the dividends are really, really special that no one else can give you. It all comes within you, yourself, and how you learn more about your body, how you give that extra energy back to your body rather than constantly giving it out by listening to other person's problems, maybe taking care of others, and not really spending the time for yourself. Okay, in a general way, all right? So after seeing this, where do you think you would like me to teach you, or what would you like me to teach you? And I am going to teach you the formation, which I think is crucial, okay? But what movement or what anything, any feedback, so I can zero in on what you want.
They said everything.
Somebody said everything? Well, that was probably cloud hands. Who said cloud? So cloud hands is definitely a hard movement. But it's one of the best movements that if you remember anything about a Tai Chi performance, you go, wow, how does she do that? How does he do that? He looks as if he's floating, right? And that's typical of a strong characteristic of what Tai Chi is all about. And we want to be able to do that, not only just for ourselves, but it's uplifting, right? All right. Anything else before I go into cloud hands? Anything? Yeah, everybody shy? All right. In cloud hands, we know that it's I'm going to quickly review and then we're going to do it with me, okay? In cloud hands, it's a sideways motion. So what do I mean by sideways motion? Let me explain, and then you're going to have time to drill with me. It's a sideways motion based on shifting of weight, knowing that we can never have 2 feet that can move at the same time without running into risks of falling. So it is just like a piano being played, where one hand comes down on the keys, the other one gets ready, lifts up, then finds its key, and then presses down, as if we're doing this. And I'm just thinking now, and I used to play piano, it's not only the keys, it's the pedal, yeah? When you lift up, you lift down in the synchronized way. You notice also that my feet are parallel. They are never moving out in this way, but they're always parallel, meaning they are in line with the tile of the floor. The spacing now is always shoulder width away, so I can never crab walk this way or do cloud hands this way, okay? It's shifting of weight. Okay, let's get that element down, all right? Do it, okay? Here we go. Good Tai Chi posture. We're moving this way, okay? Putting the weight on our right, lifting up our left to the toe, on our toe, shifting our weight 50-50. Up comes our heel to our toe. Move it in, heel down. Heel up, on the toe, toe down, heel down. Heel up, off the ground, toe down, heel down. Let's go the other way now. How do you go the other way? You put all the weight on your left, you come up on your heel, on your toe, put your toe down, put your heel down. 50-50, then heel comes up, on the toe, close it, heel, heel up, off the ground, toe down, heel down, okay? So that is something you need to practice, okay? Because you're now going to put hands together. If you put hands together and your feet are screwed up, everything will be confusing, right? All right. So in the hands, the top hand is always the fingertips are at eye level, but they do something. If you watch first, if this is 12 o'clock and this is the stem, I see beyond my tip of my fingers, and that's where my glance is. It goes to the 11, 10, 9 o'clock, something happens. It flips and it comes down. Watch how it comes down. It sort of makes that elongated rectangle, and it comes here and it's holding a cup or the bottom of a ball 2 inches below my navel, My danten is centering me. As it goes beyond the danten, it goes only because my hips and waist are moving. Then it comes up and does the same rotation, right? This is one hand. And here's a little trick maybe you want to incorporate. If I have my hand like this and I'm centered, to get out to the 3 o'clock for you, how am I doing it? Am I moving my hand to get there? Am I moving my hand to get there? What am I doing? Watch. Don't put your hand up. What am I doing? Don't put your hand up. What am I doing? Say it louder. You're not watching. I'm not watching. I'm watching, but I'm turning. What am I turning? My body, my waist, and my hips. I put my hand out here, but it's moving, not because I'm moving it this way, but it's attached to my hand, to my body, so it moves with me. If I stop, it stops. It doesn't go beyond because it's not just a hand motion. It's moving because my body is saying, hey, move. You're attached to me. Right? All right. Now, the other hand takes the opposite role. It starts this way. Cup at the middle. 3 o'clock, something happens. The bottom hand, you never worry about it. You never look at the palm of the bottom hand. But as soon as it makes the corner of the 3 and the 9 o'clock, it starts to show you your palm. Flips down, flips up, flips down. But then you have the problem now of putting it together, okay? But basically that's what your hands are doing. So you train your weaker hand, you train your stronger hand, you get it really well processed, then you train your weaker hand. Then you try to put your hands together. Keep your hands separate from your feet. When your hands are really accomplished, you throw your feet, put your feet on with it, okay? So let's just do hands. We said that they're staggered. We said the hand that's showing you the palm is always the top hand, whereas the bottom hand is lower and we don't care about the palm. All we want him to do is to cup in the middle and then take its turn, okay? So they rotate, they take turns. So we're at the 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock position. Left hand palm facing us, right hand faced away, further away than in, okay? So it's staggered. We start to turn, how? By turning your hips and waist. 12 o'clock, left hand has a stem. Right hand sits 2 inches below your navel in a cup position. Turn your hips and waist, 11, 10, 9 o'clock, something happens. What? The top hand flips and the bottom hand takes its turn. We're at 10 o'clock, we start to move our hips and waist, 11, 12 o'clock, where's your stem, where's your cup? Top hand has its palm facing. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, something happens. Top hand flips, bottom hand joins. Keep on turning. Now you're processing your numbers. 12 o'clock, 11, 10, 9, something happens. Flip, join. All this time, you're making your waist move. If you're not making your waist move, you're not really a cloud. You're just maybe drawing circles with your hand, okay? Use your waist, use your waist. Once you get that pattern and your waist is in autopilot, it's easier. But if you only concentrate on your hands and not use your waist, it becomes very disjointed and piecemeal. As you can see, you are now more confident perhaps, and as a result, you are more freewheeling. You're apt to take a little bit more chance or chances. If not, and you say something's still bothering me, what do? Slow it down and think through. This can be applied to everything we do outside of Tai Chi. If something is messed up, you go back and you retract what your mind did, what you did physically, right? So can you see that Tai Chi can help you outside of Tai Chi class? All right, so that's gonna take some work, right? And it's gonna take some practicing. And remember that it's always easier, put your hands at your waist and turn with me. Doesn't matter what side. In cloud hands, you need to use your hips and waists. And as a result, your body as well as your upper body as well as your neck and your head turns with you. If you do cloud hands and you don't turn your neck and eyes and face and head, then it becomes disjointed, okay? So when you practice that, remember that, okay? Now, let's try to put our feet, torso, hips and waist, and hands together, okay? So hands actually have a low priority as far as I'm concerned because they're attached to my body. If my body knows how to turn and my waist knows how to, it's warmed up and it knows how to move, the hands go for the ride, okay? All right. Here we go. Open, so open because it's 3 o'clock. Move, stem and cup. 11, 10, 9 o'clock, flip the hands, join the feet. Middle, stem. This is a drill. 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Something happens. 2 things happen. 12 o'clock, stem and cup. 11, 10, 9, 2 things happen. Flip the hands, join the feet. Stem and cup at 12. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 2 things happen. Stem and cup. 11, 10, 9, 2 things happen. And 2 things happen. Let's go the other way. How do we go the other way? We need to shift our weight so that our left foot now can flip and close. Middle. 11, 10, 9, something happens. 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, flip the hands, close the feet. Are you using your hips and weights? Are you parallel on your feet? Are you playing the piano where your foot that moves is weightless? All right, now we're going the other way, okay? And this time we're just going to practice. I'm not going to look. You're going to try to get the feeling that you're a cloud, using your hips and waists, flowing, listening to the music. Okay, so that's the kind of feeling you should achieve. Let's go the other way and call it quits. you.